the cancer card, which I see some nodding heads. You know, if you're gonna have cancer, you get this really cool thing called the cancer card, which someone tells you about until you get cancer. And that's your get out of jail free card. That's your stop talking about your husband card. That's your get out of anything you don't want to do guilt free card. That is the moment when I had a coworker, when he found out, you know, I told everyone at my office and everyone, you know, because they were with me, they were rooting for me for the biopsy, and they were there, you know, they were solid for me, and I went in and told everybody, and I said, look, I have cancer, and I'm gonna work through this as much as I can because I think this is what's gonna be best for me. And I said, I also don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't even had surgery yet. And this one guy at work couldn't walk past my office without going, and just crying, and I was like, I couldn't handle that. And 2 days later, he said, you know, it's one of those small not-for-profits where you have to do everything. And he said, are you ever going to clean the bathroom? And I'm like, I have cancer. And that was enough to get him out of it. And he's like, oh, got it, you're back. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So the cancer card is kind of cool, but something else happens when you tell people that you have cancer, especially in the beginning. And I don't know how many people have had cancer here. Show of hands, how many people have had cancer here? Cool. Thanks for coming. But when people find out you have cancer, even strangers, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of arm grabbing. They're just like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's people who don't normally touch you, or they hug. Like, I get the hugging, but this is so random. It's like they want to touch you, but not all of you, or something. I don't know. And I also think they want to let you know that they think you're not contagious. That's what I think. But there's a lot of, you be well, you take care, or a lot of, you're handling this so well. I'm like, it's been a minute. Like a hot second. Wait until I lose my shit, because I will. And people are just doing this. Like, you take good care. Who says that? You take good care to like someone at the coffee shop. Yeah, it just doesn't happen. I'm sorry, I keep playing with the mic. And so right after I found out I had cancer, my girlfriend and I, we had a trip planned to Cat Island in the Bahamas. And it worked out perfectly with surgery because we got back on a Saturday and surgery was going to be that Monday. And she had said to me, we're going to eat healthy. And by we, she means me, because she does eat healthy. Frankly, you know, if I had rented a house in Cat Island by myself, I would have been like Cheerios and mac and cheese and beer, and I would have been fine. And she thought, and rightly so, how about you going to surgery healthy? I'm like, what's that like? So we tried to eat really well. We like packed our own grains. I'm like, who am I? I am a lesbian. I'm packing my own grains on vacation. What the hell? Really? Quinoa and farro. Here's my lesbian membership card. And so and she even looked up, because we had like a 5-hour layover. She even looked up like where there was a supermarket in Nassau, which was our stop. So we could buy a lot of stuff, like fresh stuff in Nassau before we got on our plane to go to Cat Island. And she even brought City Market bags with her in her luggage. That's how awesome she was. So we go to this market, we tell the cab driver, wait, just wait. And we didn't know how much time we really had, so it was like, we shopped like we were on a game show. You know, it's like, okay, you brought the chicken, you know, we're like doing this, and we got like leafy greens. I'm like, she brought kale. I'm like, kale? I'm on vacation. She's like, cancer. I'm like, and the cancer card works the other way too. It's like, shit. And nothing with sugar for a whole week, and no gluten. I'm like, oh my God, you're killing me. She's like, cancer could kill you. I'm like, okay, fine. I get it. I need to eat well. So, and we're doing stuff, and we're getting like, you know, the shelf-stable milk they have in the Bahamas. We're getting olive oil and chicken broth and beef broth, and we're getting liquids. And we're going on another plane. We didn't think about that. But we got a frozen chicken, because why the fuck not? So we go back to the airport. We have these 2 big bags, and these bags are heavy. And there's like, you know, leafy greens coming out of the tops of all of them. They look friendly. They look like everyone else's bags, frankly. And so we put them through security. We're the only people in line at the moment. And we put him through, and the lady, the TSA person, who looked pissed off she couldn't carry a gun. Really, you know those TSA people? She's like, whose bags are these? And I'm like, in my head thinking, well, who the fuck do you think they're? They're our bags. I said, those are mine. Those are ours. And she said, there's some very heavy things in the middle of these. And I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna take our stuff. Then we're gonna have like dry quinoa and farro. This is not gonna work. And I looked at her and I thought, oh man, I don't know. I leaned in and I said, I just want to tell you something. I was just diagnosed with breast cancer, and my surgery is like 2 days after we get back from Cat Island. And I just want to eat as healthily as I can while I'm down here. And I was, what's going to happen? And she just took her hand and she said, get on the plane.